Nike's Air Max 720 is easily one of their most experimental shoes. A full-length air unit where the only real support is the air contained inside and the plastic around it. A shoe where you'd be truly walking on airs. So why then do I think you should avoid this shoe at all costs if you value your money? Okay, maybe I made it slightly more dramatic than it needed to be there, but you get the point. My name's Peter and welcome back to my channel. If it sounds like I'm salty making this video, it's because I definitely am. The main reason is I really like these shoes. Not only can I not wear my pair, but I'll be damned if I ever buy another one. When the shoes actually have air in them and work as intended, they really are quite comfy. Having a massive full-length air unit in them gives you this unique feeling of being stable and bouncy at the same time. It's great. I remember I recommended the 720s to my friends because I thought it was honestly something everyone should try. There's literally nothing else like it, but I guess there's a reason for that. Not only are they really nice to wear, but I think they look really cool too. At the moment I'm really into tech wear and looking futuristic and modern, and these big air units, the space-like shape and design means this shoe is a key part of my rotation. But anyway, this isn't an endorsement to buy them, not at all. More like describing what could have been. And that is because, like I've already mentioned and shown, the air bubble on the left shoe has decided it doesn't want to be inflated anymore. This results in a noticeable difference in ride between the two shoes. One shoe sinks down much lower when you step, as there is no cushioning anymore. This means, for me at least, the shoes are pretty much unwearable just because the left shoe is so jarring. It's like trying to play football with a ball that isn't pumped up. It just doesn't work. Now you might be saying something like, oh, I'm sure it's not that big of a deal, probably not that noticeable, but honestly, it's the only thing I can think about when I'm wearing these shoes. What makes this even worse is that these are actually the second pair of shoes that I've had, both with identical deflating problems. The first pair of 720s that I had, I bought from size.com, a Nike retailer, where I had them for about 6 months, where they saw moderate usage for about 4. Then, out of nowhere, one of the shoes deflated in a very similar way to what's happened now. I immediately got on the phone to Nike customer service, where I was eventually refunded the cost of the shoes after a long process of COVID delivery times and refund labels. But at the very least, Nike acknowledged the fault with the shoes and gave me my money back. I then used the money I got from that return to find a pair of shoes that was as close as I could find to the originals. As I said, it was a key part of my rotation. My logic was, it had to be a ridiculous chance that the shoes actually deflated on me, so I should stand a good chance of getting something like 6 months out of this new pair, totaling up to about a year, which is not great for the lifetime of a shoe, but at least there's something. 3 months. These lasted 3 months. And this is during a national lockdown, so I had literally no occasion to wear them, so I reckon they saw about a total of 20 uses. And some of these were just walking to collect post from the reception. That's like £5 per wear. So understandably, I was annoyed. But here's the kicker. Because I had so naively expected this commercially available product to last somewhere near the 2-year warranty placed on it, I got these shoes from a reseller on eBay, because that was the only place where I could find this specific pair. So when I called up Nike and said, you've designed a flawed pair of shoes that have only managed to last 20 wears, and then said, I bought them on eBay, they said, haha lol unlucky mate, and said there was nothing they could do. So all I can really do is tell you not to buy them. Because I'm basically stuck with half a pair of shoes, I decided I should try and see if there's anything I can do to get more information on the problem or potentially even fix it myself. After a quick Google, I couldn't really find that much on the topic. Most seemed to be asking whether air units were durable, some were asking about punctures, like really obvious ones from nails and stuff. But some people were having similar problems to me, but very few, and I couldn't find anything about how to help it, and nothing from Nike themselves acknowledging any problem at all. Also, I want to address the idea that you can pump these up again. This seems to be a word on the street kind of thing where people say there's a secret valve underneath the insole. There is not. There is a hole, but as you can see on my pair, the hole is in the middle, whereas the air unit is obviously around the sides. Air units are inflated separately before they're attached to the shoe, during which process they're completely sealed. Here's my brother's pair of Vapor Maxes, where you can also see there's a hole, but once again, it leads to nowhere. Coincidentally, on these shoes you can actually see where the machine in the Nike factory inflated them from, and then sealed. Even this pair of Adidas shoes that I had lying around has a similar hole underneath the insole, so it clearly can't have anything to do with the air. Short of creating a valve yourself, these air units are completely sealed. So how has mine become deflated? Well, I have no idea. When I step on it, it doesn't get any flatter. I can't hear any air escape, which says to me that the pressure inside is atmospheric. But if so, where's the puncture? I've done that old cycling trick where you submerge it in water and squeeze it to watch for bubbles, but there's nothing. No holes in the sole, no holes in the side. It honestly seems like a freak accident or something. And that brings you back to why I think you should never buy these shoes. Unless my luck is the equivalent of winning the lottery or something, there is clearly a serious chance of these shoes deflating early on in their lives. And the fact that this has happened twice, to me, shows that. But don't worry, I have some alternatives. If you want similar cushioning, then the 270s are a good option. I have a pair of 270 Reacts, which I love, and they haven't deflated on me yet. The combination of the React foam and the air unit gives you a similar bouncy feel. If you want to remove the air unit risk entirely, then you can go for some regular React shoes, or maybe some Ultra Boost. Personally, I'm thinking of getting some trail shoes from Salomon because I'm mainly trying to get something with a similar aesthetic. Anyway, that's all from me. If you enjoyed this video, why not leave a like or comment, especially if you've experienced this as well. I'd be really interested to know if this happens to your shoes, especially if you have 270s, because I have 270s and I don't want them to deflate. So yeah, see you next week, maybe, but I can't promise anything.